Hey, Scruffy. Okay, yeah, a little later than had been past couple days. Though I'm only like 10 minutes later than our normal time, which our normal time is actually about 30 minutes earlier than our normal time. So I have, let's see, the last of your super supper. And yeah, I didn't bring out your water because I saw you sleeping out on the chair again this afternoon. Okay, so let's bring out everything. So I have your food, your water. Oops. Just gonna give you your water first. Okay, so I give you your water. Wow, you're in a hurry. Okay. So I'm gonna get the glove on. And sit in the chair. Oops, sorry. I bumped the chair. Yeah, he's moving right into the glove. Wants the pets. So yeah, I should come later more often. He seems like he's friendlier. Although he might be more excitable too, so he might scratch me tonight. So I don't want to get scratched. Oh. Okay, he was backing off there. I thought he was going to strike. It's really close to the chair. It's hard to maneuver. Okay, he's... Yeah. My arm's right against the chair, so it's hard for me to stroke. Oh, wow. Sudden turn there. And I'm losing focus again. I'm not sure why. Stupid camera. Try to refocus by moving the camera. Nope, that's not helping. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, Scruffy's much more vigorous tonight, so it's probably because I'm a little late compared to past week. So I got up early today. I didn't take any sleeping pills. I thought I got a full night's sleep. I didn't count. But yeah, by late this morning I was feeling kind of groggy. So I'm kind of sleepy all day. So I decided to shift my schedule around a little bit. So I ended up going for a walk kind of early because I was trying to wake up. And yeah, the weather was temperature-wise similar to yesterday, so we lost somewhere between 15 and 20 degrees from 2 days ago. However, the sun was out today. Yesterday, the sun was mostly gone until like the very end of the day. but even with the sun, it wasn't really any warmer. So yesterday I actually went for a walk too, and I didn't bring enough heavy clothing because I started going out in lighter clothing because it was so warm, and then yesterday it was cold. So today I brought all the heavy clothing again. And yeah, it's been 2 days, so I was expecting I'd go for a run today, but because I was kind of groggy and tired, and I also kind of felt a little stiff, and decided I'd just go for a walk. But I tried to power walk, so I was trying to really push up the speed on my walking. Although, yeah, I'm still trying to be careful about re-injuring my leg, hip flexor, or whatever my problem is. But yeah, I did push my walking speed a bit faster today, at least when I was focusing. It's really easy just to lose focus and then kind of slow down again. I gotta actively remember, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be walking really fast. So I'd zone out for a little bit and then notice, oh yeah, I'm not walking as fast as I should be. So got back early since I left early. I actually was thinking I should maybe water the plants. But yeah, since I had other stuff to do, I thought, okay, let me do some of that other stuff first, and then if I have time, I'll try watering the plants before I feed Scruffy. Just pulled up his paws there. But I got busy with things I was working on and got stuck on something that wasn't working right. So I got distracted with that, and so that's why I was a little late to dinner for Scruffy. So I didn't water the plants. I was only going to do the front yard, I think, to start with, and then I'll do the back another day, or maybe I'll even split it up. So Scruffy's starting to calm down here, so maybe I'll give him his food a little early since I'm late. Okay, let's get your food. Okay, here you go. And I think the mat moved because I bumped the chair. This fur's pretty good. So I was wondering if Scruffy was going to lose patience with me and leave because I was late. But here he is. I think he only leaves when he actually gets a meal from catching something. But I don't know. I haven't been late enough to dinner, I think, in a while. There usually is summer approaches. Yeah, the feeding time gets later since the sun's up later and it's hot, so I don't want to feed him too early. It's really hot out here. So let's see, this morning, yeah, I think this morning I didn't see him. And then I think a little bit later I saw him on the chair again, sleeping. And then he left again. And then I think at lunchtime he was back on the chair, sleeping again. And so once again I said, well, I don't want to wake him to give him his water, so I'll put that off. And then I went for my walk, and then I got back early, and then he was still on the chair sleeping. And then maybe an hour before dinner I checked, and he actually had gotten off the chair and was sleeping on the gray mat. If he had been awake at that time, I actually may have fed him then, but since he was asleep, I thought, okay, well, let me work on my thing, and I'll be back. And my thing took longer than I thought, and still didn't finish it, but I was like, I gotta feed Scruffy now. So, let's see, what else? At the park today, I only saw one cat. I saw one of the twins. Sat in the middle of the field. Again. And just chilling there. Didn't look like he was hunting squirrel or anything. Just looked like he was lying there. And I did... So I think I came one direction, saw him, and then I came back, and he was still there from another direction. And then I think on my second lap, though, I didn't see him. But I think I actually took a slightly different route, so maybe I would have saw him. So, yeah, the park actually wasn't that busy. I was surprised to see that the tennis courts were not completely full. Because, it was, a sunny day. I mean, it's not the warmest day, but I've seen the tennis courts full on, much colder days. And less sunny days sometimes. So... yeah, I'm not sure. It was not full today. So last night I mentioned I made a pot roast using some spare ribs that I accidentally thawed out because it fell out of my freezer onto the ground, and I didn't notice that until the next morning. Basically, a package of spare ribs was on the floor. I'm like, oh crap. So that's what I had for dinner. So I didn't eat the whole thing, of course. That was way too much food. But yeah, I wasn't planning on cooking last night, anything big anyway. So I needed to figure out something that didn't take a lot of preparation time, so I decided to make a pot roast using a pressure cooker. And in previous weeks, I've mentioned I tried making a pot roast, but with reduced amounts of beef, probably because beef's so expensive right now. And yeah, I cut the portions way too much. It was kind of unsatisfying not having nearly enough meat in it. So I was thinking about substitutes, and I was wondering if pork would do the job. And I had thought maybe next time I go to the store I'd buy a pork shoulder and try that in the stew as a supplement to the beef. But since I had a big giant rack of spare ribs I needed to use, I decided to just make the pot roast with the spare ribs. No beef, and there was actually like way too much meat. So I went from not enough meat to like way too much meat. But yeah, I needed to use the ribs. I didn't want to refreeze it because the package I bought was actually frozen and thawed by the store, and I heard you're not supposed to refreeze it. I did it anyway. I knew I was going to be using it thought I was going to be using it for spaghetti sauce, which was also kind of stew-like, so I figured, man, doesn't need to be the best quality. And then I do remember seeing a YouTube video of somebody who did an experiment. I think it was beef though, but I'm assuming pork's probably similar. But they basically compared freezing and unfreezing and freezing and refreezing meat. So they took a piece of fresh meat, and then I think they cut it up, and then they did an experiment where they froze all but one, and then they basically in batches they had one that they just froze once and then thawed out, and then they had one that they just kept freezing and rethawing out, and they basically did a taste test, and I think they didn't notice the freeze refreeze, and I think they said they didn't even notice the freeze refreeze, or sorry, freeze thaw refreeze thaw. So they did it a couple times. They didn't notice. Then they finally, when they did it a whole bunch of times, they noticed the difference. But they said it was actually still okay. So they could tell the difference, but the meat was still good. So that's probably okay. And yeah, the pot roast anyway, it came out okay. I don't think my complaint was with the meat per se, or at least the flavor of the meat per se. It was just compared to beef, I think one, it didn't taste as good as the beef, but I think the bigger problem was not so much it was beef versus pork, but it was I probably needed a fattier cut of pork, so I think the spare ribs were too lean, and so I think that's why. So I did some reading, and it sounded like the pork shoulder may have been my best bet when it comes to fat content for stew. But anyway, so I had a big giant pot of pot roast, and since I cooked ridiculous amounts of meat, I ended up freezing a bunch of the prepared portions, so I didn't want to refreeze uncooked meat again. But I didn't have much choice in this matter, but I needed to freeze the cooked portions. I don't normally like to freeze pot roast. I've tried it before. The meat's actually okay, but it's like particularly the potatoes don't freeze and thaw well. And I think I remember the carrots. I don't think the carrots tasted bad, but I think they disintegrated or something. Potatoes actually tasted kind of bad. But since I had so much food, I didn't really have much choice. It's either that or throw it away. I guess I try to gorge myself, but I don't think even that. If I tried gorging myself that much food, I don't think I could do it. If I had planned to do something with the spare ribs, I actually probably would have tried doing a slow cook on the barbecue or something like that. It's been something I've been thinking about for a while, but finding the spare ribs on the floor in the morning, basically I said, oops, I don't have time to plan, I gotta use this now. So Scruffy's almost done. Let's see, smears of pate on the bottom of the bowl. So, yeah, I see a couple more smears of pate and maybe a piece of kibble on the bowl. Looks like he's looking for other food. So he's under my chair now. It's kind of interesting how he is sometimes comfortable with my presence and other times he's terrified of me. So I'd put this right now. One of those times he's comfortable with my presence. But I think the moment he's done eating, I think he's gonna kind of dash off to get some distance, and then he'll resume his normal, casual, leisurely pace. So let's see. So I'll probably move the balls for him after he gets out of the way. Oh wow, he moved it himself. I actually put extra kibble in tonight. I poured too much. But I didn't think Scruffy would mind. So I checked the gopher traps again today, and still no activity. So yeah, I think the gophers might be gone. So yeah, I was actually kind of curious if I water the garden will I stir up anything. Because I guess there is a possibility that they sealed up the tunnels that I was using and they're not going there anymore. Although I first noticed the gophers because they were making new mounds in my garden, so I haven't seen any new mounds or fresh dirt or anything like that. So I think they're gone. But it doesn't hurt. I keep the traps out. Oops, scratching it around. So okay, I guess I'll move the balls for him. Oops. So puppy's gonna take a drink of water first. Feel bad for not bringing out the water today. But yeah, I don't really want to wake him up, especially when he's sleeping right on the orange chair. So I'm not sure what prompted him to start using the chair again. Because I think the day after I fed him the gopher, his pattern completely changed. Because I think before that he was sleeping on the table a lot, and then I stopped seeing him after I fed him that gopher. And then now, the past few days, he's been on the orange chair. It's been a couple weeks. Okay. Oops, he's coming back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in. He got kind of slow tonight. And yeah, I gotta get back to my stuff as I didn't finish. I just wanted to make sure I get Scruffy a meal before he gives up and leaves and starves for the night. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.